love blondes. Oh, sorry. Anyway, and I was talking about, I like the whole idea of people being able to speak their own voice. I never liked the idea of, kind of like the whole idea of just basically there's Democrats and Republicans and everyone else sucks and they're stupid and
just McKenna sucks.
Just McKenna sucks and he's just stupid.
Come on, all your friends think that. Except for when you get pissed off. Cards!
Thank you, we love you. And the whole idea, and for me it doesn't, I even like the idea of YouTube, even with a lot of it just ripping off other people's stuff. I mean, it's, taking music videos or movies and putting them online, but I do like the idea that people do have a chance to speak their own mind.
They can share.
They can share their thoughts and ideas, even if it's not very good, even if it's just crap. That the whole idea that people can express their opinions, even if it's stupid, it's good.
Wasteland TV was pretty crappy. Now that we look at it from where we are today compared to.
Yeah, it's called evolution.
You couldn't even speak.
I couldn't
Remember,
even speak.
We thought we speak. Can you imitate how you first sounded?
Actually, I would do like this. I'd do a lot of pausing, a lot of staring into space. I'd be like, okay, boobies.
Is there really boobies? Oh, let's see the boobies.
Yeah. And then I'd just be
and then you
half hour just staring at the camera. But anyway.
Also, too, you would have like Popcorn Avenger. You'd have him do his reviews, and for a guy who has a college degree, he had a very limited vocabulary.
I'm not answering that, but...
What?
I'm not answering that, but yes.
You're not what?
Answering that.
No, but you could be honest about that. Then you had... Because you got to be honest about this, because this is the history of it. You think about it, even... You look back, even Matt, you had to get him drunk to do something. Because and then you had, the only guy that really tried to do something was Logan Legacy, as long as he was the star.
Yes, that's true. He always wouldn't be center of attention. So.
But at least he tried.
At least he tried, yes.
Because after all, it's like most of the time you had to throw away 80% of your footage because they end up tanking each other.
Basically, yes. Most of the stuff was unusable.
So when did the show come to life then?
Well, actually, the show did come to life, of course, when I met up with a guy at a card shop named...
was he a dude?
Russell.
Kind of sexy?
Russell. Well, I guess...
has long, flowing blonde hair.
I guess sexy in his own way. But yes, it was episode, of course, 4 that we first collaborated, stuff like that. And, of course, after that, we started filming in the card shop, of course, which was located in Riverbank, California, the city of action.
B&A Baseball.
B&A Baseball.
Cards and Comics.
Cards and Comics, yeah. It's Barba's Associates. It's the name of the store, of course.
Art Barba owned the store.
Art Barber, yes, who owned the store. And, of course, his son, Russell Barber.
And you worked with his other two sons.
Yes.
Mike and Anthony, who were Popcorn Avenger and Logan Legacy.
That's true, yes. And stuff like that. And then, of course, we started filming the people around there and stuff like that.
David Kingston, Richard Arbaka,
Fatty, of course.
DJ. I don't know what DJ's last name is, other than the fact he doesn't know.
He was the guy who thought Ronald Reagan was responsible for Watergate. Yes.
Yeah. Kenny Lindbergh.
Yes, that's true.
Brandon Bolter, even back then.
Yes. He looked
Autumn Neely.
Autumn, Torturing Dolls.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Then you had Chris and Edgar.
And even Gary, but yeah.
Gary.
Yeah. So.
And Paper Gary.
And Paper Gary, yes.
Everyone actually enjoyed Paper Gary better than they did Real Gary.
Can't blame them. Can't blame them at all.
Personality was about the same.
Both one-dimensional. Both one-dimensional.
Flat and one-dimensional.
That's right.
Big-headed, too.
Very big-headed. More of the ways than one. Talking about the elephant man, Jesus Christ. Anyway, and then after that, that was like, actually, started, Wasteland TV, of course, started 2005 on Public Access. That's when the show really started. And then, of course, it's for Channel 26. And then they changed a few buildings. And, they liked the show, and so...
What did they tell you about the show when you first started taking it in, when you did a transition in
well, that's back then. It was just more of a government thing. It was more government-run, and they basically, you turn in the episode, and then you would go
then you were surprised as hell when you saw it in the newspaper as one of the top 3 episodes to see in our area.
We were in the newspaper twice and online also, so technically in the newspaper 3 times, so...
That was one of the shows to watch on Modesto Public Access 26.
That's true, yes. That was towards the end, of course, when Channel 26 was in danger.
Didn't your brother also was surprised when he goes, "Hey, Mike, you're in the newspaper as well?"
Yes, he did. He actually saved the article.
And he was quite proud.
And he still has the article.
Because it's like, hey, he didn't expect his worthless little brother to do something.
Exactly, to actually be in the newspaper and stuff like that. And so they mentioned, of course, Wasteland TV, and they talked about it as well.
As Monster Mark?
Monster Mark.
That was
but
funny.
I get that a lot of people, I'm Mike, and do Mark, stuff like that, so... and that was around episode 9 and 10, stuff like that. So.
And then, as it progressed, what has the show become as of late?
Oh, actually, it's been it's also on YouTube now as well, different clips as well.
Two different sites.
Two different sites.
You gotta be proud of that.
And Wasteland TV 2 both have over almost 200 clips each, of course. And of course, we get a lot of comments, we get a lot of total views, and also, we've been all around for 5 years. We have I don't know how many
Technically,
episodes.
you've been around 5 years, but technically, as Wasteland TV as the unit is today, 4 years, would you say?
Well, yeah, but remember even the fourth episode was still in 2005.
Was it?
Yeah,
So it's about 4.5 years.
4.5 years, yeah, stuff like that.
So has the cast grown any, or it's gotten smaller?
Well, actually, the recurring cast has been grown quite a bit. So now we have Brandon for sure.
Him with big hair.
The Russell guy, of course.
Oh, I thought about Robbie.
Oh, Robbie, him too. Robbie.
Yeah, the death count.
The death count, who died so many times each year. Of course, we got Jeff, the grumpy man, Count Dooku. Jose.
We actually, think about it, when you go back to Dooku for a minute, we got a lot of recurring figure clips as well.
Yeah, we do.
Dooku. Then you got the Biker Bobcat.
Biker Bobcat, of course.
Our French Freedom Tickler collection.
Yes, that's true too. Ann Coulter even. Dennis Miller. Let's not forget about Dennis Miller.
Are you quite proud of the direction the show went?
Oh yeah, and it lasted a long time. We did a lot of stuff.
Do you feel kind of left out at times, since the show is different than when you started it, where you were more hands-on?
Well, I always like being more hands-on, but it's pretty much empty on its own. So it's just basically no need for me to hinder it or disable it. You know what I mean? So there's no reason for that. Because that's the thing, when people do things, they have to understand that it's the show itself is an entity of its own. It's a life of its own. It's not your creation. It's not really anyone's creation. It's kind of creation of calibration of a lot of people. Stuff like that.
We'll stop here and we'll go on and ask some of your other crew members about it.
That sounds good. I'm
and
interested in what
we
they
hope
have
to see what you did with your dolls as an example between clip A and clip B, so they can see exactly how you imagined your own movie making.
Okay.
You can do that in your backyard too.
That's what I used to do. So, in the sand pits, and in my shower too.
Okay, that's a little more to see. Is that why you have the naked doll in your hand?
Yes, but no, I didn't do a grandma's boy. I never. Well, actually, I did do that before too. But anyway,
on that doll? That's
no,
wrong.
This doll. No. That's what I should never have me for sleepovers. He'd be like,
okay.
Like, oh yeah, baby. Oh.
Okay, we're gonna stop there.
Okay, so.